What happened to Us From Outside?
Well, you know, we just went through a lot of member changes and shit. And it was about time that we like started fresh. You know what I mean? Like right now, we just put out our debut record as Chasing Safety, and if we put it out as Us From Outside, it would have been 3 members, like, you know, debut album, but you know, but really third album. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Us From Outside would have been on their 3rd album, yet it was half the band's debut record. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be fair for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we want to start fresh, and like, you know, Us From Outside, the name was like getting old and stuff, and you know what I mean? Like, it's getting kind of irrelevant. It's you know, so we got on a new management and a new label, and they were all about us like rebranding ourselves and, you know, forming something brand new. And it definitely is working out for the best, so that's awesome.
And what were your previous bands before this band?
I mean, I've been in a shit ton of bands. I guess, well, Us From Outside, obviously. Thrown to the Wolves, Fire in the Eyes of the City, Where the Ocean Meets the Sky. Like a few like random bands from South Jersey and stuff.
How'd you get the name for those bands, the year for the demo CDs, and the first song you did with those bands?
With my old bands?
Yeah.
How did I get the names for them?
Yeah, and the year for the demo CDs and the first song you did with them.
When I was in Thrown to the Wolves, this kid who was filling in, who ended up joining, he suggested the name. And then we realized it was a From First to Last album name, which, well, I mean, whatever. But that shit came out, I don't know, 2010 maybe 2009, maybe the first shit. I think 2010. When I was in Fire in the Eyes of the City, that was, I don't know who made that name. I think our old drummer. And I was in that band at the very, very end of their career. Like, they were around for years and years, and they were a really sick band from our area. And we put out I only put out like 1 song with them, and then we kind of all broke up.
And then the other band was Where Ocean Meets the Sky?
Yeah, actually, me and Kenny were in that band.
How'd you get the name for that year for the demo CD and first song you made with them?
That was in, I think 2007, or the end of 2007, basically. Our old vocalist came up with the name. I think he got the name from a band called The High Court.
Yeah.
A really popular band in South Jersey, Philly at the time, or, you know, back then, around that time. And they had a song, and in the song, he says the line, "Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll meet you where the ocean meets the sky." So that's basically where he got that from.
And what's the first song you did with them?
This song called "Weary is the Head That Wears the Crown." And like, I was in the band for a little bit, and then I left. They ended up putting out an EP, and then putting out another EP that was pretty cool. So yeah, definitely check that out, Where the Ocean Meets the Sky. There were definitely some good musicians.
And who are your inspirations, and the first song you learned on guitar?
First song I learned on guitar, dude, I have no idea. I mean, my inspirations were definitely the Beatles. Like, I wouldn't be playing music if it wasn't for the Beatles. Is this, you know whose car this is?
No.
Ah, fuck it, whatever. But yeah, definitely the Beatles. I mean, like, I grew up loving them. They were the fucking shit. You know, I started playing piano first, really, as a little kid, and then eventually started playing guitar. So yeah, basically it was like the Beatles really got me into stuff. A lot of classic rock. I love Pink Floyd and like The Who. I love The Who when I was a little kid.
And what's the first CD you ever bought, first rock CD you ever bought, and the record that got you into music?
You know, I got a Green Day cassette. I think it was like Kerplunk or something. And I don't even know if I really even listened to it that much. I don't even think I really liked it that much, but I remember getting that as a real little kid. Probably the first real record that got me into music though was definitely the Beatles. Like, one of their early records I got, and I was like, dude, this is the shit. I listened to them before I even played guitar, and I love that.
And have you ever had any near-death experiences, favorite tour memory, and favorite recording memory?
Yeah, my near-death experience was that one time there was a fire in my house, in my room. I live in the attic. There's an electrical fire starting in my closet, and what happened? Yeah, there was like an electrical fire in my closet. And my brother came, I was like feeling sick and I was falling asleep at that time. And my older brother was coming home and they woke me up. And like, and I was like, dude, like I felt sick, I didn't want to hang or anything. He's like, yo, you know, he woke me up or whatever. We hung out for a little bit and opened the closet and like smoke was like pouring out everywhere. And I definitely probably would have died in my room in that fire. Because I was passing out from like lack of oxygen from all the smoke. But I didn't realize it because I was just feeling sick and it was late at night. So that's kind of crazy.
And favorite touring memory, recording memory, first guitar you got and current guitar you have?
First guitar I got was probably some shitty acoustic guitar. I don't even know what happened to it. I think someone probably sold it. My guitar I have now is a Charvel, and I love it. Charvel fucking rules. They're a good company. What else did you ask?
Your favorite touring memory and recording memory.
Recording memory, I loved working with Dan Cornett and Nick Sampson. They were two really good producers. So just in general, the whole experience of recording with them was awesome. But tour memory, I don't know. I have a lot of fun on touring. I mean, exploring. I like exploring shit and checking out like new cities and stuff, and sightseeing really. I mean, I like going off on my own sometimes and just checking out stores, you know, antique shops and stuff, and you know, sightseeing.
The Asylum Records, you were there?
The place across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, the place rules. Yeah, that place is awesome. Definitely the 6-5.
Can you put the name of your previous bands on there too?
Yeah.
And how'd you feel in the guitars to Slayer, guitars to Deftones, Mitch Luker, Dimebag Darrell, James Dio, The Rev, Paul Gray, Screamer Hawthorne Heights, and Singer Grar, and the guys in the Ramones? How'd you feel when those guys died?
It sucks. I mean, all those people were all extremely influential in music, and it's a shame when anyone influential. It's a shame when anyone passes away, but I mean, especially someone influential, like all those artists, guitar players, and vocalists and stuff, because it's stuff people idolize them, and you don't want to see your idols dying, or, you know, whether it's a drug overdose, car accident or something, or you know, old age, cancer, whatever, heart attack. You know, it's all a shame. You know what I mean? But you just gotta keep on living life and like to the fullest and being happy, and you know what I mean, doing the best that you can. You know what I mean? Like with what you got. You know.
And what concerts changed your life and made you want to be a musician and your dream tour?
Seeing the Allman Brothers when I was a little kid, I was blown away. Probably one of the first times I smelled pot around me too. But seeing the Allman Brothers, I was just like, holy shit, they were fucking nuts, man. They were sick. I feel like that blew my mind. I remember seeing Creed as a little kid, and not that I was really into the band that much, but I saw them as a little kid and was just like, this is nuts. They had like fire and stuff like on stage, and that was like crazy rock and roll.
And your dream tour?
I don't know. Probably Ellie Goulding and Ed Sheeran and Death Cab for Cutie and me doing something.
And who opened the door to get you to where you're at today?
Myself. Because without me pushing myself, there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's all about you pushing yourself, being the best that you can be. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it all depends. I mean, I've had other guitar players in my life, older people, give me a lot of respect and push me. You know. So I owe it to a lot of like my, you know, older musicians that I've known who've inspired me, and like music teachers and stuff. But you know, being friends with people and you know, in playing in and out of bands, that definitely gets you where you are, and you know, it gets you to be, you know.
And how do you feel about the music industry of today when you were starting out?
I think it all sucks. It's tough when you know there's some really talented, hardworking people who don't really get any recognition, and then sometimes there's people who do nothing and just get lucky, and then they blow up, or they get all the opportunities. And I think that kind of sucks, but I think it is what it is. Life's unfair, and there's nothing you can really do about it. You know, you just gotta deal with the cards you've been dealt. You know.
And how do you feel about when bands sell out?
It all depends. I mean, I feel like I haven't really been hearing about too many bands selling out. I mean, I know I've heard that before, but I guess it all depends. You know, like I'm a fan of a lot of music genres. So like when bands like Bring Me the Horizon, who used to play really like, you know, gnarly fucking shit, and they're now doing a lot of softer kind of music, like I think it's fucking awesome, because I love that kind of shit. You know, I think their new music, and the song they released today, fucking awesome. And a lot of people are probably like, oh, they sold out because they used to play fucking crazy shit on fucking, you know what I mean, like fucking like Chelsea Smile shit, and like, you know, like the Come Down and all that stuff. That's way fucking heavier. But I mean, it is what it is. Musicians grow, and people grow, and you know, become. You know what I mean? Like people grow out of music, into styles, they progress. You know what I mean? Music's constantly changing. Sometimes when bands put out the same record over and over again, it's just like you lose interest. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's good when bands kind of progress, and sometimes it's just like, I mean, when bands get successful, they see other opportunities, and they're like, hey, if I maybe start singing more or do this and that, it's kind of like it opens up even more doors. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. You know what I mean? These bands have lives. Maybe have wives and kids, and there's tons of people working for these bands, managers and booking agents and stuff, so it's kind of like the the better they do for their band, the better everyone they know is going to do, you know, in their careers. So it's, you know.
Well, thanks for your time.
Oh yeah.
Your name?
Steve.
And what band you in?
Chasing Safety.
Thanks.